Okay, so it's more scooter maintenance in the woods. Neil's at it again, but he's working on Alan's bike, SMAX 155. We're gonna do a valve check because Alan said he's never checked his valves on this thing. How many miles do you have on it? A lot. 16K, and it's never had the valves checked, so we're betting it's a little bit out. We're betting it's a little bit out. And of course, Neil's got all the tools with him to check, so give it a shot. Put some room to work here. And he's getting rained on. Got leaves coming down on your head.
10 millimeter. Where's my 10 millimeter?
It's the one that always gets lost because it's always the most used. Man, I swear. You never find that thing when you need it. I just had it. Yeah, that was the problem.
It's a
10 millimeter, 10
filthy
millimeter.
filter. I had called and ordered one of those. Man, it takes forever.
Take them to
It took 8 months to get my wheel from that I ordered.
Why don't you just get one off eBay? That's what I do. I buy used wheels off eBay and stuff.
I don't know.
So at least two, pull them two out.
So what do you got to do here?
We're trying to take a peek at the valves. It's been having trouble starting cold.
So there's
1, 2, 3, 4, loose.
Was that the CVT filter that he's cleaning out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.
The PCXs don't have a filter.
7.
I was surprised. I figured that they would. Even the Silverwing over here, the Silverwing 600 has a foam filter for the CVT. It's just a flat piece of foam, but something to keep the schmutz out of there.
10.
Who was it that sent the picture after the Cannonball that had the gravel, like pea gravel in their variator cover? What the hell? How do you manage that?
And one in here. You know there's one in here?
They ate shit somewhere.
She had 2 that were loose.
On this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. You can go at it, man. I'm gonna get out of the way. Your turn. And there's like 12 of them around there. So once you think you got them all, I'll check and
there's 12 more.
So 1. There's a loose screw. 2. There's another loose screw. 3.
Get a screw loose is what you're saying.
Yeah. Another one over here.
Looks like your air filter is pretty schmutzed.
It's pretty bad.
I think you need a new one.
Well, I ordered one. I'm waiting for it.
We need to check ours too. I put fresh ones in there before we did that Arkansas trip forever ago. They've got K&M filters in both of them, so they're reusable. You just pull them out, rinse them, and re-oil them.
Drop these in your air filter. Keep track of them.
Is that front cup? Is this coming off?
Yep.
Should check that spark plug in there. That's been a while.
Yep.
Probably about 6,000 miles ago was the last time
Well,
that
it makes
was
it
checked.
easier to check your timing if you pull your plug too. You turn the motors over a whole lot easier. Not fighting compression. There you go.
Easier than your PCX.
That's a whole lot easier than PCX.
And there's the head right there.
You got to pull a ton of plastic on that PCX to get in there.
All this shit to get to that thing so you can turn the motor. You know, that's a bit of a pain, but to get in here, yeah, easy.
Yeah, you got to pull the radiator loose on the PCX too, so you can see the timing marks on the fan cover.
Yeah, I don't
Sucks.
worry about that. I just go through the intake stroke. I watch my intakes open and close. And when they close, okay, so now the piston's at the bottom, and then I just bring it over another half stroke, and the piston's back up to the top. And all it can do from there is fire, right?
Right.
So you're anywhere close up there.
Yeah, as long as you're not
good.
engaging the cam lobes to start tightening up the valves.
Right,
So
right.
you just find them at their loosest point, basically.
Yep. I got her loose up front. There's a pin, there's a dowel pin here and then one in the back. So
And you got all the bolts out, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Right there.
There you go.
Hiding in plain sight.
Now give her a tap. Or a tug. Yeah, now I see it loosening up. There it goes.
Well, that was a lot easier with all the bolts off.
Yeah. If that's difficult, we can go this route. Yeah. At least to get them.
You got a plug wrench too?
Yep.
Cool.
I think it'll fit that.
It might come with the toolkit.
What I was using. Yeah, I think that's for this bike. And I think there's a toolkit in here that has that screwdriver and that wrench in here.
God, yeah, tear the whole bike apart just to get.
Not as bad as the PCXs. Or the Silverwing for that matter. Silverwing, you're going to pull the trunk tray.
Well, if you go through the manual, this thing starts talking about the coolant system
Uh-oh.
Oh,
All right.
got it.
and all this shit. I'm like, yeah. And he even says that about that new Zoom I got.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because the kid said he drained the coolant, had to pull a water pipe, and I'm like, that doesn't really make sense, man. Why is the coolant system involved in that?
Oh, Murphy. We'll always fall
That's
to the
never
further-
coming out, is it?
Instead of my new hand.
Now we have to pick up the bike and turn it over and shake it.
Right, and get that out. There's your copper washer on that, just on that one bolt.
Oh, good movement.
Prying it loose. There he goes. Got the cover off there now. Boy.
Should finally wait. JB welded the damn thing.
Red Loctite's good for everything, right?
All right.
Never been off
Now
before.
you're covered in schmoo.
Now we come over here and we go rotate. Let's see what's happening.
Where do you see the rotation?
So this is exhaust, right? Just watch your valves.
What are we looking at? This one thing here?
Right. What I'm going to do is it'll go through an exhaust. See, that's an exhaust stroke. Down. Back up. Now, as soon as this come up, just start it open. That's your intake stroke. To the bottom. Right? And then she's going to come back up. And that's your compression stroke. Now I'm coming up against compression out here. Okay? There, just past compression. Now, tight and tight.
What were you turning to make that happen?
That's your crankshaft.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why I pulled all this off, so I can.
Yeah. Okay, so we get to the right spot.
Yeah, all this shit is just to turn that nut. All that shit that came off of there.
Thanks, Yamaha.
So, 8mm. I don't know if this will crack
See it a
them.
lot better than you can in the Cub. Huh?
Yeah, you get straight on that.
Right? Can't really get. Maybe you can get there. But I have a 8mm wrench. So, as long as somebody didn't murder these on here, you're loose.
Those haven't been touched since the factory. So.
Yeah, so they're probably out. I would imagine you're tight on. Definitely on the exhaust
Exhaust is
side.
tight.
Yeah, exhaust is
Barely built because it's supposed to have 9 to 10 on the exhaust, which is a pretty big gap for exhaust. But
Yeah, it's always
That's what-
dangerous to have tight exhaust valves because
but
if
the
they don't.
intakes,
What's that?
see the intakes, you can't even move them.
Oh, they're super tight too.
Yeah, and that's what it does is those intake valves will actually, because they keep closing, right? That they'll drive themselves into the head and deform just a little bit and take that gap up.
Yeah.
And that's what's making it hard to start is that they're not closing all the way. Right? Just, I mean, it's so small, right? But
Right.
that's what'll do it for you.
And when your exhaust valves don't close all the way, you end up burning your valves
Yeah.
in the valve seats because the hot combustion gases are passing by while it's still burning instead of being cooled off.
There's that one. One more. Alright,
So we back off and then
the nuts. Those are
Back off the
locking
nuts
nuts.
on the outside.
Now, since these are so tight, I'm going to take... Oh, that ain't it. I'm going to turn this probably a good half a turn. Okay?
Back them off to where you can get your feeler gauge in underneath it.
And bring that nut back down,
Mhm.
right? Same here.
Do we need to work with both of them at the same time?
Nah, just let me
Not yet.
undo these. Yeah, that one's still got a little tension on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that nut and I'm just gonna put a little, just to hold that
snug it a
screw.
tiny bit.
Yeah, just to touch that screw, right? So that the screw can't walk around.
Okay.
And the same down here. They're so tight, that's why I'm going so far. Usually, you know,
Just
maybe
barely turn
eighth of
it.
eighth of a
Yeah,
turn.
eighth of
yeah.
a turn, yeah, that kind of stuff.
But when you know they're way out of spec or they're super, super tight like this, you can back them out and then you stick your feeler gauge in there and then
Come
tighten the center part down against the feeler gauge.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier to...
So now, see it? You feel that? You didn't even put your hand in there.
You should be able to
have
feel and hear a little
you? Moving a
tiny
little
click.
bit up and
Yeah,
down.
okay.
Right.
And they weren't moving at all before.
No,
No.
we're bound up.
The movement I was getting was it going this way,
Side to side.
right? Because that little rock arm's kind of floating on that shaft, right? So you can get it to move this way. But it was touching the valves. Now, you want to do this?
Sure.
I'll do one, show you.
Yeah.
So 3 to 5 on the intake, okay? And you know what the intake is, injectors up top, exhaust, because
Okay.
of exhaust on the bottom, right? So you're worried about which one's which. 35, so you go 5. Just on the top of that spring.
Okay.
See where I got it slipped in there?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna set it there. Put this wrench on here. And I'm gonna slowly go and move this at the same time. Because you don't
You don't
want
want it to pin it, right?
Right, because if you just leave it in there and keep cranking, you'll open the valve.
Yeah, like this against the valve.
Yeah.
That way.
And what you're looking for is a little bit of tension. So you can
Just
still
needs to be
slide it.
snug to slide it.
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference between 3 and 5 for?
2000.
I mean, but
It's two numbers.
besides that, like why? Because you said 3 or 5.
Well, that's their tolerance.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Anywhere in that.
Yeah,
I got okay.
between .03 and 0.05.
Okay, I got
And your intakes, if you set them at 5, since you're never going to do this for another 20,000 miles,
Then it'll
so
give
feel
you
that
some room.
feel that gauge. Wait, feels pulling it out of there
Yeah.
and
Okay.
sliding it around.
Uh-huh.
That's you're touching it, but you don't have a hold of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You can feel the tension on it. So
That one's done. Can I pull that out?
yeah, and we'll come back because we got to tighten them.
Okay.
We got to lock them down and all that stuff. We'll go ahead and do the other side. And you're trying to get that leaf to kind of be parallel with the top of the spring.
Just this bottom part.
Right. If you go to the
Oh, don't hurt your shoulder, man. Take it easy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
if you're having problems physically, man, I'll do it for you.
Well, it's just certain. It catches me by surprise. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's getting better, and then I'll kind of start doing normal things, and sometimes I'll get it in the wrong position.
So this it's a futzy thing, right? But man, it's got to be done.
Maybe that's a little way. Feel that for me?
Yeah.
Tighter.
Just about there. Just because I can move it around, but I can feel it dragging. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's
I'll
good.
stop there.
Okay.
Now, when I do this, those are going to get tighter,
Okay.
and that's part of the reason you stop at
Now
that
you gotta
5.
hold
So a
the
little
top
tension
nut
there.
still.
Yeah, see that turn? Like he said, you can hold that, but
You hold that with another
we'll
wrench
see what
for
we
that
get.
turn.
So that's a little tighter. Check this one if I can get in there. I can get in there. So let me do them again.
Takes a little trial and error. You get it to the right point where the gauge is snug to slide in and out, and that's it. Right on the spec.
Oh,
You get it back in, it might be a little tight.
yeah.
Put the stick from the edge, because the edge comes slope in. You know, and I only got 24 inch
All right.
air mount, just to fit
Want
into
to
the
go around and see what I got there?
Yeah.
And you can tell that, you'll be able to tell that it's a little
This is
stiffer
all
than it
his
was.
fault, every damn bit of it.
I know, I'm a bad influence, man, I tell you. So, all right. Adjustment procedure is complete, and putting the valve cover back on it.
Hey, there we go. All right. Then there's the one with the O-ring goes in the middle. I remember those were little bolts and aluminum head.
They don't crank, they don't need to be snug.
Okay.
Happy?
I suppose. What about that
It's
spark
1 and
plug?
2.
Look at that.
There's that. And that'll go in the hole to rotate it for you.
Should we check the spark plug while we're in there?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. Oh, I
what
see.
you were going for?
Yeah.
There she is.
Let me check the weather and see what the hell it's gonna do, and see when I'm gonna head out.
Looks good.
Does it?
Right? I mean, it's the color's right.
Okay.
I don't know about the gap number, but the color's right and all that. And I'm not sure. Hey, can you look up the gap on a SMAX plug?
Gap on what?
SMAX plug?
Yep.
So 15, what is it, 16?
16, 2016.
Yamaha SMAX spark plug gap.
Pre-gap size, I mean, let's see,
Rigidity's there.
.036.
On my other one, it was
36?
DV214.
036
Flow
is,
with the
Okay.
part that moves up and down.
I'm gonna go over here and start putting bolts in shit.
Okay.
Just make sure my baby.
maybe I hold it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with all this trap, so I just stuck them all on there. It ought to be good.
In.
Should not plow.
Well, you get it upside down.
Should we try starting it before
Not yet.
pinning everything back together?
Go for it.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Wait
be
till
long.
he's got his fingers away from the variator.
Well, I got to put the spark plug in.
All right. There a couple in there to keep it from flapping?
Yeah.
Give it a try. 1 and 2.
Kickstand. There you go. Put the plug boot on. In case the rear wheel spins. Hang on a sec. You got something floating back here. What is this?
Strap?
Yeah, we don't want the strap getting wrapped up in the wheel. Yeah. Start great. Let it run for a second, shut it down till we get.
Did it start like before?
Yep. Prop on the battery.
I like this. That's not worse.
Well, it can't be worse.
Is it worse?
It's not. I haven't tried starting it this morning.
It can't be worse than it was with those over-tight valves.
But,
That was a very weak battery, though.
I was thinking I needed to replace the battery. I've been.
Yeah.
When I put it on there, it shows it's got 80%.
Do you have any?
But it's been there a while. That battery.
Do you have any continual drain devices like chargers that are hooked up to your battery? Your USB chargers and stuff?
Yeah, but nothing.
Are they keyed to the ignition or are they just on the battery?
Does it start better now?
To the battery, where it just like
They'll have some parasitic drain all the time, even if there's no.
Now just lights.